Hey, everybody out there. Good to be back. My name is Becky. I am a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and most of the other larger apps. And today I have a little bit more unpacking to do for my impromptu trip to the bins that I mentioned in my last video. So what I'm doing today is just taking everything out. I always like to write things down on my receipt or on a list or spreadsheet so I can keep track of my inventory. This is a little bit more informal for me because I just usually take account of what I have and then I divide it by, what I've spent to get my cost. Or I guess I do that in reverse. I take the amount I spent and divide it by how many items I purchased and get my cost of goods. And then I don't really pay much attention to it from there, other than just remembering or for reference where I got things from for the future. So that's how I handle that. And I'm on live because it holds me accountable. If I say I'm going to aim to go live at some point this afternoon, so I can get my things done, I will actually sit down and do it. And this has been working so beautifully for me with my business. So if anybody's looking for an accountability buddy or somebody to partner with, somebody to hang out with, or even just to schedule times to do things together, I'm in for it. So send me a message or just let me know how to contact you and perhaps we can be motivating to each other and work buddies. So I'll jump in and I will be taking tags off of things. And I do get chatty as I go, and I try not to get too distracted, but that's the nature of trying to get things done, but then also looking to connect with people and just, having something out there for people to share information. So I'll chat and I'll list on my little, right now I'm just writing on my receipt, actually, my little sophisticated system. So if you remember last time I mentioned, I was like getting ready to leave. It was a Goodwill BINS, and they had just brought out tables, fresh bins, and they were right on my path to the checkout counter. And I was like, let me just look and see on my way out. And then it was just really good stuff, and I got really excited, but then I had to leave, so I started just throwing things in the cart. I realized some things I didn't even know I had. That it wasn't bad per se, but this wasn't like a carefully groomed assortment of things. This was just a little bit ragtag. So this is a size 2XL. It's an Eddie Bauer oatmeal color Sherpa quarter zip. Look how snuggly this is. Oh my gosh, so soft. And it looks like everything's going to be, I think my pricing is going to end up being about $1 an item. This still had the Goodwill tags on it for $11.99. And I have been finding more and more that I think they're overpricing things. And then when they're not selling, they're just kind of making their way eventually to the bins instead of being discounted. These, what brand are these? I'm going to try to work quickly today so I can get through this because I do have other stuff going on today. I thought there was a brand when I was looking at it. Oh, waterproof. Okay. Yeah, thin slit insulation. That's what I thought it was. Thin slit. These are like adjustable kids winter gloves. They've got like this little grip on them, and they're neutral. They're heavy duty, and I will pick these up every single time I see them at the bins because I've gotten maybe 10 pairs so far, maybe 12 in my lifetime from the bins. They're just, you could just sell them so easily. So let's go write them down. They're black and blue. The one thing I will say, when I wash them and launder them, I actually go through and I see all that, like, just there's like fuzz or someone's pet hair or like the lining from a coat or something. I'll go through and I will use like a barber comb, like a men's thin comb with the bristles close together, and I'll just comb through it and get all that out so that they look well cared for. This is a Coors beanie hat. I got this. It's so lightweight, but I've sold Bud Light before. Women's. This is probably more of a men's style. Super easy to list, and that might get me like $15. And it's tiny to store all the things. As I mentioned in my last video, I am trying to get away from just grabbing things because like I can justify in my head, oh, I can list this really quickly and easily because I already have a description and I already have, a listing kind of, and I can take quick pictures and throw it up. But it's like, okay, but if I know it's still only going to get me $10, $15, $20 at the end of the day, is it worth it? I have to ask myself those questions. And my cart was full. It's not like I was at risk of, oh my God, I might leave and not have enough stuff. My cart was full. I had plenty. So I'm trying to find a size on this, and I can't. Wow. Okay. So it's FP movement, which I've never seen that before. I'm assuming, at least I thought when I was in the store, that it was free people movement. So with my trying to, oh, here, US medium. There we go. And I don't recognize the RN number on the tag as being free people. My natural inclination is to be like, oh, well, let me just jump in and research and try to figure this out. And then I sometimes get down like the rabbit hole of doing research instead of just being efficient when I normally would do my research during my listing process. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable to that. I have a pair of Loft Julie trousers, size 12. I have sold those before, and they always do well for me. I've sold them, I think I have a few Julies right now in my closet that are getting good attention. So I know that they'll sell for a good value. And then I think I even already have, like I like to use stock photos. They're size 12, which is a good size. They did have a little bit of pilling. So this is like a textured look anyway, but you see that like little bit of pilling. I think that will fade. Like it won't show the white part if I just do the sweater shaver. If not, I'll just disclose that there was some damage. It looks like somebody had keys in their pocket or something. I stumbled upon coats as I was leaving. Swiss, which is such a great brand, Swiss Tech, children's size 8 coat. I did check all the zippers, but I always like to double check that I didn't miss a pocket. I mean, come on, like I can't wait to see how many things I get and what the price per item ended up being, but for $2 to get a Swiss Tech coat that I'm going to sell for a discount to help some mama out who needs a coat for their kid in the winter. Soft, nice hood lining. That's great in my book. Size 8, black. Kids. So I just try to give myself notes so that I know if I look back in the future, I know what the heck I'm looking at. I don't know where this came from. Garbage. So look at this beauty. Let's see if I can scooch my chair back and let's find which way is up. I saw this from like across the way, and I have found some really cool blankets and textiles at the BINS before. It's kind of almost reversible, but let's see if you can see it. It is Santa Claus. There he is. And I ran it through Google Lens. I don't remember what it said because I couldn't find a tag or a brand on it. But there was only one or two that seemed to be available on eBay. And it was going for like $65 or something. So I thought I would take a chance. And I know I'll get at least $15 for that to cover myself. So I can't wait to figure out what brand it is. I found one once that was like Pottery Barn, I want to say, or maybe it was something similar. And it comped really, really well. And it's a beautiful, maybe it's a tablecloth or just a blanket. No, I guess it's a blanket because it has a fringe on it. It's red and green. And I can't wait to do more research and find out what that is. I got this for my daughter, but if she doesn't want it, I will sell it. Poof Apparel. It's a wide, oversized, deep V. Probably one of those off the shoulder kind of slouch numbers, size small. I would say that's tan. Tan, size small, knit sweater. Okay. Next up. Oh, this one excited me while I was leaving. was in that leaving pile, I just could feel it. So people talk about wearing gloves at the bins because it skews them. And I have come across some skewy things in the bins before, but I don't wear gloves. I just wash my hands when I'm done. This is a cashmere blend. I was want to yell out when I'm there, cashmere at the bins, cashmere at the bins, people. Banana Republic, Italian wool cashmere, size medium. There was a hole. I see it here again now, but I have sold cashmere with holes in it before too. So I will just list that. Good brand, and I was pleased to find cashmere at the bins. If I make $15, $20, we'll see how that goes for. I won't be upset if it sells. If it doesn't garner a lot, it's also kind of like a test for me to see, is it worth it to pick up cashmere that has flaws, but that's a decent brand. I think I sold a Ralph Lauren flawed cashmere sweater. And then if it's not, it's like a learning experience. I know I won't lose money on it, but when you're at the bins, I guess you can use that to learn. Land's End medium, and this is a child, so it's a 10. It says medium 10 to 12, but this is not child. This is adult. I would say this is men's. Does men's go by 10 to 12? It must be women's then. I just got it because Land's End is a great brand, and it's a full zip. Everybody needs these. It's very, I'll put keywords like granola, outdoor, hiking, crunchy. Granola girl is another like aesthetic, like soft girl or, academia. Like that's another tag that I can use. 10, 12, oatmeal, tan, full zip. Okay. Next up, I love selling hats. I totally never mind selling hats. I've sold guys like these newsboy, page boy hats. And this one is from the brand is Shandon, Ireland. It's a wool hat. And so I just knew that would be a good find. And it's green, like a houndstooth, green, black. Shandon, if anyone knows that brand who sees this video, give me a little education. Shandon, Ireland is the brand, if I read that correctly. And I just have a couple more things. So this will be a quick one, which is good. I got these from my daughter. Love Tree, size small. I just thought they were a cute pattern for the spring or summer. They're a navy floral short. Next up, Steelers, yellow pullover, size unlisted, so I will measure. Size unlisted, so I'll measure. Darn it. I'd say it's like a men's large. No, I'd say it's a men's extra large. Even better. So there's that. Okay. I got this kind of for myself, but I will try to sell it first. Travelers by Chico's. It's one of their collections that is meant to, if I'm not mistaken, travel well. It doesn't wrinkle. It had $7.95. Goodwill. Never sold because I think $7.95 is too much for just a basic dress. It is a size 1 petite. So petite, sometimes it's hard for me to sell, and sometimes it, I think, helps it. So I guess that lands it right in the middle. But I thought that was a pretty dress and pretty colors. 1P, pink, blue. This is for my daughter, Aeropostale, small skirt. So that won't go on my list, but I will write it down. This I got mostly for myself. Ann Taylor Loft, small shirt with these cute little hearts on it. But I will try to sell it first. I just know that Ann Taylor doesn't really do. I don't really pick up Ann Taylor anymore. So it's a Goodwill tags on it. So that's for me. But if it will get me $15 or so, I will attempt to sell it. All right. Remember I said in my last video that things came still folded? These were like folded still in the pile. And I was like, gosh, this is crazy. But if you notice, I didn't unfold them. I was in such a scramble to get out the door. I just was throwing things in my cart. Pink Victoria's Secret. And then the second one is the brand. This is just Tech Gear. So see, I assumed this was another pink because they were together, folded the exact same way, like they came from someone's closet. So I'll see if, I don't think Tech Gear will get me anything. So I'll see if my daughter wants that one, and I will try to sell the pink. And last but not least, J. Crew Vintage Fleece. That's, I guess, the division of J. Crew. Blue and white stripe. I love selling J. Crew men's. That's a medium. And it's a pullover. All right, so we did well today. We got a huge pile, a couple things for me and my daughter, and I got it all on my very lengthy at this point receipt. And believe it or not, I still have 2 bags in the trunk, but they are big and they're coats, so I think I can kind of blast through that quickly. So I will have some more work to do tomorrow. I have to get some more photos done for my day and some listings up. So that's the rest of my afternoon. It's almost 3 o'clock, and that's what I'll be working on. And then running around with other family activities and stuff. So that's my day. Anyone who jumps in and watches this after, I hope you had fun watching me and working alongside me. And if you benefit from it at all or get value from having somebody to work alongside you, drop a comment. Let me know what you're working on. And maybe our schedules will coordinate that we can see each other live in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.